Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. Today I want to talk to you about what is going on in Canada. Canada, the home of the land and the free, where the families all get together and go to a nice family picnic or a skating rink. The family that sits up at night and watches the television shows. The family that laughs and cries and has joyous times. But what am I talking about here is about us as a family, Canadians. The Canadian people, we pay our taxes, we follow the laws of the land. Everybody tries to get along with each other because that's what Canada is all about. But now we have a problem. We have a problem because one who speaks up and says that he's going to bring a change to Canada instead divides Canada and the Canadian people. Unless we as Canadians stand up for our rights, we're going to get trampled on. That's right. Trampled. Like a woman who has a walker and get trampled by horses. And by those who are supposed to serve and protect. We're going to get clubbed by standing up for our rights. And we're also going to be jailed for standing up for our rights. You know, it's such a shame when we elect officials in government to help us and to give us a better future. But right now, the future looks pretty bleak. It looks pretty bleak because we can't say nothing. Try the news media. They can't say nothing either. They're controlled. Try those who speak speeches. They can't say nothing because they're controlled. And every person who wants to stand up for the truth can't speak the truth because they're controlled. You know, I have lived in Canada all my life. I was raised here. I was brought up here. I went through the good, I went through the bad, I went through the ugly. And before, I used to be proud to be a Canadian. I used to be proud to hold the Canadian flag. I used to be proud to be Canadian. Even our Olympic athletes who are winning those medals, to be proud to be a Canadian. But we have a problem. We have a problem because we can't say nothing. Now, let me tell you something. If we can't say nothing, then we're being controlled. So whatever the authorities and Big Brother in Parliament says, we have to jump. So if he tells us to jump high, you have to say, how high must I jump? That's a darn disgrace to happen to people because they're controlled. Forget about racism. Forget about this brotherly love and unity, because you know what? You're going to have to do it anyway because you're being controlled. You can't say diddly squat without finding yourself getting arrested because you stand up for truth. But then they go on and say, oh, that person is a controversy, you know. He's a theorist. He's a controversy theorist. He's a conspiracy. That's it. When we conspire against what is truth. We try to expose the lies, but they don't want to hear about that. They want us to follow their laws and their truth. And so I'm to say this is that I'm ashamed to be a Canadian. I'm ashamed to serve the government. I'm ashamed to see all this corruption. Don't tell me about equal rights. Don't talk about me about don't be a racist. Don't talk to me about, equality. Because you guys are the biggest liars of all. Because you know why? Because people voted for you. You deceive people. And you think you got the right to do it. So you go ahead and you make laws, you change laws, you do whatever you want to do because you know why? Because you have authority. And it's sad to see that our government and those who represent us has disgraced us and shamed us. You know, all I can say about this is I'm ashamed to be called Canadian. Don't tell me about the old Canada and God protect our land and all this kind of stuff. When you want to destroy it, divide it, and flip it over on its side, and you're trying to change it. Do you know, they say, and I heard this on the news very carefully, that, you guys say we're not socialistic, right? We're not a communist country, right? Well, if that's the case, what's all the control for? You have no right doing this to people. Even people come across these borders, you have no right to treat them like garbage. And that's what you're doing. Garbage. It's like we're a piece of trash. You go ahead and throw us in the garbage anytime you feel like it. If they don't agree with you, you throw them in the garbage. If they don't agree with you, you trample all over them. They don't agree with you, you decide to turn on them. The same people who put our trust in you. You know, it's a shame to see that how we call ourselves Canadians when we don't act like Canadians. We don't enact in unity. So, you think about it. Think about it. And as Canadian people, let's stand in unity. Let's stand together. Let's not give in to these false laws and these false rules. Because it's just a lie. It's just a lie. So many people have died. So many have died, and they say it was the pandemic that killed them. Well, I got no proof of that. No scientist or doctor has proven that they died of this or they died of that. But instead, they inject us with something that we can't control. Because you know why? Because it's control. That's what it is. Control. And if we don't stand up for our truth, if we don't stand up for what we believe in, if we don't stand up for what we stand for, then they're going to control us. They're going to take our kids away. They're going to separate families. And who knows what else they're going to do. Because if they can trample on a woman, if they can trample with their horses on a woman, I'm sure they can do worse than that, eh? I'll say it again. I'm ashamed to be called Canadian when our government is ashamed of what they believe. So, what can I say? What can I say about all this? Seriously, what can I say? Are we going to watch our flag burn? That's right. Are we going to watch our flag burn and a new flag replaces it? A flag of the elite. That's right, the elite. People, listen to me. I'm pleading with you. I'm begging you to just listen to me. Please, stand up for your rights. Stand up for the civil laws of the land. Stand up and say, I am a Canadian. And I'm proud to be one. Because, man, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. And if we keep on being so stupid and blind, we also will be controlled. We also will fall under the act of evil. We also will bow. God have mercy on us all.